I just want y'all to find love, man. Like it's mad easy bet, but at the same time, though, like it's not easy at all. It's weird like that. But you just gotta be straight up with them, you gotta hit them with the business. Just slide up on that girl or boy of your dreams. You look them right in the eye, and you just gotta say, alright, hold up.
If I called you, girl, would you pick your phone up? I just wanna be the one to talk to you and tell you that the pain you feel is only temporary. I understand why you're feeling wary. When you're with me, there is no worry. Let's take our time, girl, no hurry. Yeah. I just wanna be the one that you could chill with. Maybe we could have some fun. Yeah, we could care it. I just wanna be the one that you could chill with. Maybe we could have some fun. Yeah, we could care it. I know it seems unreal to you that someone could love you like I do. But baby, you're the one for me. I didn't think that I could ever be so in love, it's hard to breathe. But all of me is guaranteed. And even when the chips are down, I'm never gonna let you frown. I'm never gonna let you frown. Or even when the chips are down, I just want to be the one. I just wanna be the one that you could chill with. Maybe we could have some fun. Yeah, we could care it. I just wanna be the one that you could chill with. Maybe we could have some fun. Yeah, we could care it. I just wanna be the one that you could chill with. Maybe we could have some fun. Yeah, we could care it. I just wanna be the one that you could chill with. Maybe we could have some fun. Yeah, we could care it.
Well, good morning and happy Thanksgiving week. For us Americans, this is the week of Thanksgiving. People will be thawing out turkeys. They will be cooking cornbread for cornbread dressing. They will be toasting their bread for more traditional bread stuffing. People will be traveling to see loved ones and family members. And if you're going to be traveling this week, or later this week to go see family members and loved ones and things like that, be careful. Slow down. Don't be one of these jerks that are out here honking horns and raging and swerving all over the road stuff, because you're going to have other people on the road, people like me. I'll be traveling later this week, and I know I'm old, but I'm not quite ready for the grave just yet. So everybody just slow down and take your time, and welcome in everybody. Let's see who all we have out there this morning. We've got Median. We've got Jetty J May, Toxic Dome. We have Beth Ann Pinklatsky. We've got JC. We've got Purple Paw Prince. Guys, I don't know if Purple saw the stream. I don't know if she was there Saturday. Purple's extremely busy. Purple is such a busy person and such a huge asset to this community. I was really just kind of gushing and going over. But I wanted again. I just want to say that Purple has been such a blessing to me over this past year, helping. She's helped with research. She's helped with stories. She's helped with thumbnails over on Clear as Mud. She's just a really huge asset to this community, and she's a huge asset to me. And I'm just very blessed and thankful for her. And I know that I just don't know how she finds time for all the stuff that she does. But thank you. You're much appreciated by me. I just wanted to say that. Iron Duck, Toxic Dome. Who else we got out there this morning? And of course, Purple Paw Prints. Oh me. So this morning's coffee meme, which again, of course, is coming to us from the lovely, gracious, beautiful, intelligent Purple Paw Prints. With great coffee comes great possibilities. And yes, they do. Yes, they do. If you guys like the thumbnail this morning, I appropriated. I think that's the word for it. Appropriated it. Pimpin' Pete. I have been a avid follower and admirer of Pimpin' Pete for a very long time. His bio says it all about him. He's tough as fuck. He's cool as fuck. Sexy as fuck. He's SFTP for life. Sub to dead on Dave. Comedy shorts gamer. More like comical shit boxer law. Kid behind the camera. A Belland. I don't know what that means, but anyway, as you can see, he's been doing these art pieces like he just did Hassan, in reply to Willie Max has put out another video. That's something that's on my queue to watch. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but he did one for he did here, of course, Wings. Of course, this is the one I used the other day for Boogie. I did that the other day in one of my thumbnails. Of course, he did one for Nick. The question I want to know, if Nick is a farmer and he's out here milking these cows, right? If he's milking these cows and all these cows are bulls, really? What is that a bucket of? And just, did he use a machine? Did he use a milking machine or did he do it by hand? That's just questions, you know? Of course, and then there's Tommy C. And I borrowed his artwork. Gave him full credit in the what do you call it, the description down below. But listen, if you're not, excuse me, can you believe this dude only has 216 followers? This is a travesty, guys. I'm putting Pimpin' Pete's Twitter link right now in my chat. If you're not following Pimp, follow him. The dude is he's a great artist. He's and even I think he's even a better shit talker than he is a artist, if it's possible. He's just an all around. Even if he is from the UK, he's a decent lad, and I like him. He's just a great dude. So give Pimp a follow. Pimp lives matter. Exactly. Pimp lives matter. Whoop whoop. Well, I'm kind of on one this morning, ain't I? I tell you what, I may be still a little bit from, I don't know why, I don't know why I allowed myself. I did it to myself. I got drug. I allowed myself. I did it to myself. Into that damn, what is it? What is it? Turd Island that Badwick does over there on the Kick on Sunday nights. I tell you what, my arthritis was flared up all weekend. I was hurting. I couldn't sleep. And I thought, if I can't sleep, I'll call into Turd Island and just create havoc. And I did. I have never been in the presence of as many just spurgs and retards, myself included, as I was last night. That it was a pure insanity. Just pure insanity. But I tell you what, Badwick got some content out last night. It was something else. So anyway, we'll just do a real brief kind of a recap on something, or not recap, but just a continuing story, I guess you would say. Something we talked the other day. Willie Mack answered the call. Hassan threw out, say, hey, call in, da. He calls in. I think honestly, I think Hassan thought it was going to be like an easy dunk. Okay. The problem is Hassan is used to like getting people to get into wars of words, to get their pressure up, to get them, he baits them into, gets them mad, gets them flustered and stuff. Willie Mack ain't that guy. I'm not saying that Willie Mack cannot get heated. Right. I'm not saying that Willie Mack can't, probably lose his cool. He probably can. But it's a very long and arduous task to get Willie Mack fired up. Right. And so Willie Mack, in my humble opinion, just walloped Hassan something fierce. So much so that Destiny, was going over and roasting Hassan and the Willie. He was going over the quote debate between Hassan and Willie the other day, and then he put out these clips here. He goes, the last Hassan clip, I swear, hot damn, he's such a lol cow. I can't help it. So let's just watch this. This is a little clip that Destiny put out. I will apologize. I know it's early of a morning. It's early in the morning. This does get a little bit unhinged. There is some words and stuff in it, but it's just too funny not to. I think this perfectly shows and demonstrates exactly what Willie Mack pointed out in his videos. He confronted him with it, and he refused to accept it. So, yes, I agree with Destiny. Hassan is a lol cow.
If I make a prediction or a speculation, it can sometimes be wrong. IDF didn't bomb the hospital? Yes, it did. Yes, it fucking did. You fucking piece of shit. Yes, it absolutely did. Fuck you. Fuck you. Genocidal scumbag. You have no fucking dignity. You do not have an ounce of dignity inside of your soul. You fucking piece of shit. You garbage, monstrous scumbag. You garbage, monstrous scumbag. Why did you fucking lie? How can you live with yourself, you genocidal piece of shit? If I...
Is it me? It's not just me, right? Please tell me it's not just me that found that funny, right? Now, the music is probably wound up getting me claimed or whatever, but I thought it was worth it. I really believe it was worth it. That was such a good put together little clip that shows exactly how disingenuous and just a flat out liar Hassan is. Period. Point blank. Period. Quote the Xylee, nevermore. So let's get into enough of the fluff and stuff. Let's get into the lolcow stuff. Okay. So, episode 3 dropped. And of course, I think everyone knows that they are currently in look. They are advertising. Went over this Saturday. They are in search of an editor. They're the editor that they had, which was D-Max. It was a trial period, right? And after a week, and it was only a week, but after a week, the decision was made by D-Max that well, it wasn't okay. I got to back that up. I got to retract it. I'm misspeaking. So after 2 episodes, he'd edited 2 episodes for him, and see, I don't know if some, and I don't want to be telling tales out of school, but I think I can tell this, and I don't think it's going to be. I don't care. Piss on it. They can come at me. So they had hired D-Max to do the editing, right? And I like D-Max's editing. I think D-Max is a wonderful editor. I understand there are people out there, detractors out there say, oh, he didn't do the whatever. Okay, fine. You don't like his editing style. You don't like it. That's cool. That's a personal preference, right? That's fine. But then they came to him and they said, hey, now you're also now going to be the social media manager. And he's like, what? No, that's not what. No. And that was, and they said, we'll give you extra money for that. And he's like, no, I don't want. And they said, no, that's what it is. And that was the end of it. It's kind of one of those deals. They really wasn't going to take no for an answer type thing. Right. And so then they put that on him too. And they had, certain, things that, they wanted him to do as well on that. Which again is it wasn't that big of a deal. It was just posting like the little shorts and stuff that he was editing for him already. Anyway, to the different platforms like Insta and Twitter, and I think was it TikTok or Snap or whatever. I don't know, whatever it was, the different platforms, right, and all that, right. And so then that was, but the biggest thing is, and I'm not telling tales out of school on this either, right? This is well known. And this is what was so, and it was probably most on evident, because Friday afternoon, Nicholas Diorio called into Tommy's stream, and he's like, Tommy, tell him what happened. And he's like, whoa. He said, tell me the fact that Wings, they did half of the podcast, guys, and Wings never ever started recording. So basically, the first half of the podcast, luckily, Tommy was running 2 instances of recording software. One of the instances that he was running was capturing just his camera and his audio. The second camera, or the second recording instance, was capturing all of the audio, but it wasn't capturing out in like separate tracks. So it wasn't like Wings had a track, a Boogie had a track, and Tommy's it was all one solid track, right? So D-Max had to go in and cut out and try to time just Wings' commentation or talking, whatever, in the podcast. For like the first half of the podcast, he had to go in and just pull out Wings and make up a whole third audio track all by himself. Right? I honestly, now I'm not an editor. I honestly do well to stream. And if you watched the 3rd year anniversary of Clear as Mud yesterday afternoon, you know that didn't go so well because the damn OBS crashed. I couldn't get to relaunch yesterday evening. We ended the show early. So I'm not an expert at this stuff at all, right? But that, to me, and I'm biased, without a doubt, I'm 100% biased. To me, that just goes to show you the patience and the talent and the dedication that he had to get this 3rd episode out, right? So negotiations were entered into because this was a reoccurring thing. This wasn't just a one-time fluke. There was some issues with the first recording as well, right? Now, I don't know about the quote farmers. I don't know anything about that, but I know there was recording issues even with the first one, right? We saw it, right? The getting the thing synced and stuff. It's anyway. So, and there's been talked about how the file sizes, like Tommy's was like whatever it was, 2 gigs, and and Boogie's was like 2, and Wings was like 30 gigs or some crap, right? Like basically 10 times the file size and stuff. It was just anyway. It was just like a ton of work. It's just a ton of work, and it was just like it was more work and frustration, whatever, I guess that, and so anyway, there's negotiations and they couldn't come to an agreement. And so for, strictly from what, from what I know, strictly was just a monetary disagreement. And so there's like, they parted ways amicably. Maybe somewhere down the road, there may be some, collaborate. Who knows? I don't know. That's up to those guys. I don't know. But it just seems like there's been, like a cloud over this podcast. I mean, if you guys think about it, even back at the very beginning, right? Which brings us to this thing, right? So Nick put out a tweet, yesterday evening. He said, I went ahead and edited the pilot episode of the Law Cow podcast myself for free, he says. I have seen people asking for the actual first episode for months. At this point, I think you'll get it this week. Lots of laughs. Quality is a little lower, but it's better than before. So he kind of got, he says before and after. This is the before. This is what was recorded before. Now, these blue things here, I'm thinking this was either done via Skype or possibly maybe Zoom or something. I'm not for sure exactly what it was. And then this is how it's looking now as far as in the editing and stuff, right? So it looks like we're going to actually get the very first one that was recorded, the quote lost episode, back when they had the games attorney that was in the mix, whatever. They salvaged that thing. They were able to pull it down and rip it or whatever. If you guys remember that whole backstory, right? So I guess Nick is going to get that out to us sometime. I want to be perfectly clear on this, right? StreamYard, possibly Seth, possibly StreamYard, I don't know. I want to be perfectly clear on this. I want this podcast to succeed. I have been championing this podcast. When DSP backed out of the thing or whatever, and Tommy's name was Flo, I championed because I'm a huge fan of Tommy's. I've been a follower of Tommy since probably about 2016 or so, 2017, somewhere in there. I like Tommy. Even when Tommy kind of gets out there and, does his, when he goes full blown, New Jersey, crazy man on the subway rants and stuff, that's some of the best Tommy, right? So I'm all on board on this thing. I want this thing to succeed. I was extremely excited when my buddy was going to be able to do the editing stuff. I thought, man, this is great. I was like, this is perfect. This was so perfect, right? And I am disheartened. I'm sad, right, that wasn't able to work out. But that's just the way things are sometimes. It just is what it is, as they say. I'm glad that things kind of parted on amicable terms, and that this didn't turn into some big nonsense brouhaha online. I'm glad about that. It didn't need to be, and I'm glad that they were all professionals and adults on that. So anyway, so in preparation of releasing the episode, King puts out this Twitter video where this is said.
In this conversation, Boogie is talking about the Harry Potter game, and he has said fuck at this point 27 times. Listen.
I got to stand on the fucking stage.
Your words suck. 28.
Got a fucking award.
29.
Okay, so if that's how low the bar is for the Game Awards, you're not letting these 100 fucking develop
30.
Person? Fuck you.
31.
Ooh, fuck you.
Dude, no wonders the fucking editor hates us.
Okay, so that's just he put that out, right? And I quote tweeted it and stuff, right? And I was like, look, I've known D-Max, and I consider D-Max probably my closest online friend, since 2016, way back in the day when he was, quote, he was like a, making content, was like a 3K YouTuber and all that. I mean, he just, and I've always been a huge supporter of D-Max's. D-Max doesn't hate these guys. I said he doesn't hate. And here's the thing, right, with this deal, and this was a perfect example of this, right? It's sad, right? It's 100% sad that we have to edit and so restrict our language. Now here's the rub of it all, right? So when you do live streams like this show here's live stream, or Tommy C's live streams, things like that, your language can be a wee bit, not a lot, but a wee bit more salty, and YouTube will allow it to slide, right? However, if you upload a video like what these episodes and stuff are uploaded, 100% you cannot. It literally has to be essentially like Disney. If you allow there to be too many just curse words, right? Like your run of the mill, like the poop emoji, or the damn, or hell, things like that, right? If you have just too many of them throughout, they will age restrict it. If you have F-bombs, right, you might could squeeze one, possibly two F-bombs in a recorded episode and put it up, and you might be able to get away with it. You're more likely going to be demonetized. But if you have too many F-bombs in there, you're going to 100% be age restricted. And that's what happened to the second episodes. It got age restricted. They put that information out there. Well, let me tell you something. When you get age restricted on a video that you've uploaded, the minute that age restriction gets hit, if you look at the analytics, it goes flatline. The views, everything, it no longer is pushed in the algorithm. Nothing. It's not. It won't even listen. It won't even be recommended. Like if you're okay, for example, like say you're sub to the Law Cow Live podcast or YouTube channel, right? You fire up YouTube, right? And when you fire up YouTube and you go to your splash page, your landing page, it won't even show up on your, like, the recommended right there of your what's out there as far as like sub channels and stuff. You will specifically have to go to that channel and look for that episode, because if it gets age restricted, it gets squashed. It's flatlined. So now you have to edit out all these words. So if you edit out the words, you've got two choices. You can just leave it as a blank, or you can put in the little sound effects or whatever. And there's different thoughts and different things. And some of it is just personal preference and things like that. Like it could be, okay, so I don't like the little bells or the little sounds and this, that, whatever else, because it makes it like childish and things like that. And the second thing is it's like, okay, I'm an adult, right? I should be able to make the choice on whether or not, if I want to hear these words, right? I'm an adult. I don't want to be treated like a 9 or 10-year-old watching Mickey's Funhouse Playhouse or whatever it is, right, on Disney Channel. I want to be able to watch this. So it forces the creators like the Lolcow Live here to basically treat their fans like a bunch of little bitty kids, not adults, right? And so then you've got the people, whoever it is that's editing it. In this case, it was D-Max, and even the future one, whoever they wind up with. It makes you feel like, God, like a prude, like you can't, you know what I'm saying? It's a horrible position that YouTube, now this is not Lolcow Live doing this to us. This is not the editor doing this. This is YouTube and the environment and the sandbox that we currently exist in. And we know this. This is not new. This is nothing new, right? And so my question is this, is if you're producing a show, right? If you're producing a show, if you're doing a podcast and understand something, Boogie has been on YouTube for years. Tommy's been doing YouTube for years. All this, they know these things. And here's the thing. I'm not pearl clutching. I cuss way too much. If you ask my wife, she'll tell you he's got a potty mouth. And if it was up to her, she probably would want to wash my mouth out with soap every now and then, because I curse too much. She's all the time after me about this. Okay. So if you know this is whatever, it's kind of like what I've had to do, right? Prove it is something now, Paul. Median, I would insult you. I really would. The problem is, I think life has done it to you already bad enough. I'm going to have compassion on you this morning. Just try to develop and flip a switch in your heads to where you self-censor a little bit, right? Just try to self-censor a little bit. But here's the thing, but when you do that and you self-censor and you know that's not how these people really talk, right? Then it feels phony. It doesn't feel real, right? So it is literally in a no-win situation, right? I'll just say this. I wished it was a different world. I wish it was a different environment, right? So anyway, but it's not, and that's not the word. So let's go over the podcast here. Come up. Why don't you come up? There you go. So, we're about 7 minutes in, whatever. And prior to this, Boogie and Tommy is talking and stuff. And it was kind of amusing to me, right? Because they're using Discord to do this, right? And Tommy's sitting there trying to explain to Boogie, because at first he thinks Boogie's just messing with him, right? Boogie doesn't know how he doesn't know how Discord works. He doesn't, and I truly believe Boogie was being authentic. I don't think he was being disingenuous at all. Boogie didn't know how to look into the channel to see who was in the channel with him, right? I was like, my Lord, he could really get himself in some, he could really get himself into some trouble, if he's in there going off or whatever, and you know what I'm saying. Didn't Boogie used to communicate using a LimeWire? I don't know. I don't know what Boogie didn't used to do. According to the job interview, he used to work with adult content and websites and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe he used Telegraph. Who knows? Discord Boomers podcast. I've had some thoughts about this, right? Because I've recently been kind of chewed out by some people saying I'm doing too much. I'm grinding too much on this YouTube thing. And maybe I am. I don't really know. All I know is all I've ever done all my entire life is work. And I can't just sit around, and watch television. I have to be working. I don't, I see, I used to, when I was, in my 30s and stuff, and I would see these people around me retiring, they'd be in their like 60s and 70s stuff, still be working. It's like, go home, retire, quit working. And it's like, well, what would I do? I have nothing to do. Right. And I was like, well, I got a lot of things that I'm going to go, right. And so here I am getting closer to retirement. Right. And I this idea that I once had in my head about my retirement was, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to take it easy, and maybe I'll start doing a little more fishing and things like that. And now I see myself just doing this, making content, doing more streams, doing gaming streams, doing all this stuff. And I'm like, geez, I'm just switching one job for another one. I'm literally becoming the thing that I used to just kind of laugh at these people that were my age and older. And I'm like, do you know how much of a shocking revelation that is to come to the realization that I am becoming the very thing that I used to kind of laugh at and make and ridicule a little bit, right? Holy crap, right? But because I'm streaming, or I'm doing the podcast, or I'm editing the podcast, we're recording. And listen, I used to not really like doing editing, but I like the way that we do our recorded episodes of the podcast, right? We get into Discord, we bring in that bot, Craig, that little son bitch that's always listening to my conversations. Like right now, I swear to God, if I go over here to my direct messages in the Discord and I come over here and I slide down to where Craig is at in my little DM list here, Craig will be there. He goes, listening to your conversations. That's what he's doing right now. He's listening to, it's like Craig. I think Craig is a fed, man. I think he's listening to their conversation anyway. And I was like, so I was what, and I know they've had all these issues and all this other stuff. I was like, how easy it would be, right, to produce the show. Like you'd get them all into Discord. It'd be simple. In my mind, I see this working, right? You get them all in the Discord. You tell them, turn on the cameras, right? The virtual cameras, you'd probably have to set them through, Tommy probably knows how to do it, but you'd have to help Boogie and maybe Wings. Anyway, set up the virtual cameras, right? You can set up a virtual camera within OBS, and you can then use that within Discord, so you could have a virtual camera. So you get their cameras there. They could still be recording individually in their own OBSs for backups and stuff, right? But then within Discord, then you sit there as a producer. You get their cameras up on the screen. You capture that. You have Craig in there capturing the audio. You stay muted, right? And let them do their thing and record it. Then you have 3 backups. You have what you recorded, what you have the audio files, because all Craig does is record audio. You have recorded, and bada bing, bada boom. And it would be so, that's like built-in redundancy. And that's when you're doing something like this, that's what you want. And I think it would work splendidly. And I think that because essentially that's like what Now Recording does. That's what we do on our recorded podcast. I'm sure it's what other channels do as well. I think it would work, and I don't know. Maybe they'll get somebody in there that will kind of take, and I'm sure I ain't the only one that's had that thought and vision or whatever, but they ought to, I think that's the way they should do it. That's my personal opinion. Because it's like the way my brain works. Like if I see a problem or something, I try to come up with solutions. That's just the way my brain's always working, just problem solver. But anyway, so the first, I don't know, good Lord, how long it was. It was like 7-8 minutes or whatever. It's just them kind of, shooting this shit or whatever. But then Wings, like you see, what it was is, and I think it was an excellent choice, my personal opinion. But Max took that old clip that's out there of Wings where he has that moment where he breaks down, right? And he gets emotional and he destroys his controller. He's probably playing, I don't know, COD or something like that. He's playing some game or whatever. And he just took that, and he just kind of used that to mimic, like when he was talking and whatever, to make up for the video, because they had the audio, because Tommy was recording the blended audio for everybody in a separate instance, right? To make sure he was playing Angry Birds. He may have been playing Angry Birds. I don't know. I never played that game. So I don't know. It's a possibility. But anyway, I think it was, yeah, we were like, hang on here. We'll go right in here. Was it about right in here?
I liked Woody a lot. I liked everybody else. Kyle seemed to just like have like
I messed up.
Which I get.
Oh, yeah, right here. Here we go. This is it.
All right, stop, I messed up.
What happened?
I forgot to start recording.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
I'm not.
At least it wasn't me.
That's a team player right there, Boogie. Well, at least it wasn't me. I'm not the fucked up today. He got up. Well, at least it wasn't me. I'm not going to get the one to be chewed out this time. It's not me. It's off me this. You gotta love Boogie, man. Now here's the thing: we can laugh at this now, right? And we are laughing at this. And by the way, we're not laughing with them. We're laughing at them. I want to be clear about this. I want to be 100% clear about this, right? And here's the thing. They're 13 minutes in of an hour and 10-minute podcast, right? Now, it may have seemed longer. It may have seemed longer than that, because I know, Tommy and Boogie had been having a conversation for so long time. So in Tommy's mind, it may have been longer than that. But I know it's like when Nick called in Friday to his podcast, or to Tommy's stream, he's like, Tommy, in the future, you just got to restart the podcast. You just got to restart the podcast. But here's where it gets funny, right? So I want to watch the next couple of little minutes of this here.
You got to be kidding me.
At least I called
you know what? You didn't press anything, did you, Boogie?
No, I'm still recording and everything.
All right. We have the audio. Why don't you just hit record and we'll do a clap to get it back in there.
I'm recording now.
So they get the clap. We got to get the clap. Everybody's going to clap. Clap, clap, clap. Let's clap. Everybody go down here to your local health clinic, get a shot, because we're going to clap. And so we're we're about 15 minutes in, and we're going to clap again. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Everybody, clap your hands. It's just, I can't. And like I said, Lord knows I have my own technical difficulties, and I just, whatever. But I can't. I don't know. I guess maybe they just get into talking or whatever and just not. I'm hoping. I really, because I want this to succeed. I hope they find an editor and stuff. I hope they get these things worked out to where everybody starts pushing. Like I said, I think honestly the best solution, truthfully, would be, and no, is they hire somebody to produce this, where that person comes in, where the talent just shows up, they turn on their cameras, they record locally, like I said, then they have a producer that's recording, and then you could take that recording and you could capture out each one of their different cameras and whatever. It'd be a little bit more work for the editor, right? But as far as separating out each, but there again too, right? If each person captured their own cameras and they all did that part on that end and it worked, man, you take that Craig recording audio files. There's, dude, I'm gonna tell you that I don't know who created that Craig, but I cuss him a lot because I think he's a fed. But when you get those files and it's 3 separate audio files, man, you plug that into whatever edit. I personally use DaVinci. I slap that in there. I slap any other audio of video recordings that whatever on top of that, and boom, it makes it just all lines up. It all lines up. It is. Listen, it makes editing like so much easier to get things synced up. Live streaming is the solution. Toxic, I don't disagree with that either. I do think that they're going to do some live streaming as well. I do think that's the plan. And maybe that's what they do going forward. And here's something else too, right? If they went with the live streaming, if they can kind of self-censor a little bit. I hate that they even have to. Again, I say I hate that they even have to, but if they could kind of self-censor a little bit on that, that probably would be the best thing. And because they, like I say, this seems like live streaming, they give you a little bit more leeway with some of the language. And not only that, but guess what? If they get the donations and stuff set up, right? They're monetized. They get those super chats and stuff rolling in. I'm telling you, and they get some decent little, like different. Now here's an idea, right? Here's an idea. Think about this, because within the donation, like if you use Stream Elements, Streamlabs, whatever, it doesn't matter, either one. You can go in there and you say, okay, for like $5 you get this, and if you're $10 you get this, and so forth, right? Different alerts, right? So the more money that a person donates, the different alert, right? And like you could even set up like they could do like text to speech and stuff, like for like a real high dollar amount, and it'd be a really good way, I think, to garner extra money for the podcast. It would take some work on the back end getting it all configured and set up, but you could do it, but you may not be wrong there about just doing live streaming being the solution, Toxic, because I could see a way where they could really take and parlay that into some decent money. So where are we at on time? Okay. So there was one other little thing here I wanted to kind of go through. Let me find it. Right in, I think it's like right in. It's right in here, I think it is. There was one little thing here towards the end of the thing. They set a goal for us. Oh, and we beat it. The goal has been achieved. So I think this is it. Let me see.
You guys got to stop going to Rich. The
okay. So here at the end of the show, right? Tommy's kind of really dressing down. They get into the whole thing where Boogie went on to Review Text USA stream, him and Mutahar go on there, and they got into it, right? And he's kind of giving him, he's kind of saying, listen, you got to quit going on these streams and giving away that stuff, because that could have been, they could have had that out here on the Law Cow. Him and Boogie and Muta could have had it there, and then it would have kept it in-house, and it would have driven views to them. It would have driven, so that's more views equals more money, ads and stuff, right? So that's the thing or whatever. And so he's kind of giving Boogie the what for, whatever, a little bit, saying, hey, you got to quit doing this. You got to start thinking, right? Keep it here, right? So that's kind of the backstory on this little bit. So let's just kind of listen to this little segment, because I found this kind of interesting.
Both of you. And work on this podcast, giving away all the drama.
I mean, I went to Rich. I wasn't expecting Muta to come into that stream. I went to Rich's because I was there to promote the doc. I was there to promote the doc.
Yeah, and then you should have dipped out.
I should have.
Rich got some bitch in his blood, so
you should have called it.
That mistake will not happen again.
Muta says he would respect you more if you called him a dirty Indian.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I guess. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Let's do it. Right
Mutahar, you are a dirty Indian. I did it.
There you go.
Whoa. So here's the thing. So a little bit before this, Wings said, hey, we'll let the fans decide about getting Muta to come onto the stream, right? Or onto the show. He said if we get 3,000 likes, they'd get him to come on. And Tommy's like, yeah. And, you could call, yeah, and they didn't censor that. Yeah, right. It's kind of funny to me that we had an incident kind of in our midst, if you will. If you guys harken back, we had somebody that referred to an Indian as a dirty brown person, and they got drugged from hell and back over that. And they actually wound up leaving the internet for a while, right? Because it was so bad. It's kind of, I guess if the person that it's in reference to gives them the permission to do it, I guess that's okay. I don't know, but I'm right. I'm kind of surprised they didn't censor that and shit, because god dang, again, with YouTube's terms and shit today, I don't know, but that wasn't that. We didn't stop there, guys. No, we come back, right? Here we go. There was more.
It's not that boogie. No, let's not go there.
No, I like Wings. Wings like, whoa, because Wings knows. He's like, holy shit, no, stop, right? Wings like, we got to save the podcast here, guys, because he knows that this is some thin ice, shall we say, right? So.
How about Smelly? Call him a Smelly Indian.
I don't know. That seems a little too racist even for me.
Let's keep.
So even Boogie says, hey, that's a little bit too racist even for him, right? So I guess some racism is okay for Boogie. He's down for the little bit of racism, but calling someone a smelly, that's just too much, right? That's just too much. Holy shit. I don't know. Actually, I don't want to be like what they call it, pearl clutching or like that, but I'm like, god dang. I guess it's funny, but anyway, whatever. But it's at 4.1 thousand likes. So Wings said if they get it to 3,000, they'd get Mutahar on. So it's Tommy, come on. Yeah, I'm not, listen, I'm not, guys, I am not, trust me, I am not the person to sit here and make these no, it was all in jokes. I don't miss, it was jokes. I get that. It's all 100% jokes. I'm just saying again, because of the YouTube environment that we're in, that's been the whole running theme here, right? Is how we have to edit out all these words, and we have the little fart noises and bells and honks and this, that, whatever else, to try to keep it not from getting age restricted or that type of stuff. I was kind of surprised that didn't get edited out or whatever, but whatever. Exactly. Exactly. So, anyway, listen, I'm glad that we got another episode. I'm still excited. I still want, like I said, I still want the podcast to go forward. I'm huge support fan of it. But anyway, so we'll have to see kind of where things go from here. So anyway, let's see, what have I got? Time do I have? Okay, because I'm up against a hard wire this morning. I can't go over. I'm trying to see what. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this stuff real quick that Purple sent me this morning. Kind of our little palate cleansers, if you will, or whatever. So we'll go through them real quick. We'll wrap it up and get out of here this morning. I need to go to this scene here. Okay. I'll be honest with you. I haven't watched any of these clips, so I don't know what we're in for this morning. Let's take a look here. So we got a golfer. He's trying to golf. What the fucking swan? I tell you what, man. Those swans. I've heard of situations. Well, they're very, very protective, right? And they're aggressive like that. Yeah, get wrecked, exactly. Get wrecked, old man, smacking them golf balls around. So what do we got here? Baby, the way I would have pissed myself. Watch the moment. Okay. Oh Lord. So we got looks like a family here, I guess, maybe setting, having some meals. I'm gonna mute the what? Whoa! Holy crap, Batman! I hope did nobody get cut by that glass. That's holy snikes, Batman. Oh, that girl's holding her head. I hope she didn't get kicked. He's come back here. He's gonna give him something to eat. He's hungry. Y'all. He just hungry. They open the door and out the door. So let's slow this down. Let's see. Does that girl get whacked? Oh, okay. Okay, the glass. Oh man. I hope that didn't cut her. That's insane, y'all. That is insane. Jeez. Oh, what is this? Oh. Is this D-Max's family out here rowing? Because, D-Max's family loves to get in the little inflatable T-Rex suits and run around neighborhoods. Listen to the kids. Dinosaurs. This is insane. The kids are freaking out. It's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Listen to those little kids freaking out. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Oh man. That is awesome. Golly. All right. So, as you see, I got my gaming channel up. As you can see, we've done 4. I will be doing the 5th night tonight. And honestly and truthfully, I'm going to be glad that I'm done and over with this. This game, the first 3 nights, and probably about half of the 4th night, I think I handled really well. Yeah, there was a few jump scares and ha. But the second half of the 4th night, I'm not exaggerating, and I'm not. It messed with me bad. My head started hurting. I think I may have had some blood pressure issue. I don't know. Shit messed with me. And and it's all there for y'all's viewing and watching pleasure. There is tons of clips that I've got all the episodes. I've got them all pulled down stuff, and I'm going to edit them and try to get some content and like some shorts and stuff put up and done with them, whatever. Maybe even some intros for this channel, whatever, right? But like I said, the first, I think I'm on the fourth game now, something like that. Yeah, the fourth game. It's the one where you're holding a flashlight, right? And I did quite well, I thought, with the first two nights there was good, but the third night it's these little creepy ass dolls. I just hope I can beat that stage and get past it quick. Because that one, oh Lord, that one, it was rough on me. I'm not exaggerating. Sometimes I know I get real exaggerate, hyperbolic, and kind of play things up a little bit. I wasn't at the end of that one that night. That was Saturday night. I wasn't. Even into Sunday, I was still just like. I mean, I didn't have nightmares or anything like that, but it was just kind of taxing on my system. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, here's the, I'll drop the link to the channel into the, there's a link to the channel. If you guys want to sub to it, and if you want to be there, I'll start about 8 o'clock this evening, something like that. And should be the and I'll tell you right now, that will be the last stream that I'll do this week. There is going to be a Clear as Mud podcast recorded episode that would be dropping for members only today, around noon. It'll come out around noon Eastern Standard Time. If you are a channel member over at Clear as Mud, you'll get access to it early. It's pretty good. It's really exciting. It's going to be the first part of a 2-part episode. We go over a person that is quite interesting, has a interesting history, and I think you guys will enjoy it. I know that me and my cast members, my co-hosts, really enjoyed it, and when we was going over this person, some of the stuff I was not even aware of, and some of it I had forgotten about. But Max, D-Max is the one that's bringing this one to us, and did the research and what have you. It's really good. It's really good. So much so I was one that, was one that edited this episode for us. It was really good as far as it's so much so I actually enjoyed editing this one. So look for that, like I said, around noon today, Eastern Standard Time. I'll put it up and put it out there for members only. If you didn't catch the Clear as Mud 3-year, it ended in a scuffy way because, like I said, my OBS crashed. Banana was there. He made an appearance. He was there for the third birthday. It was really good having him back. Enjoyed it. He was in full banana form, as only banana could be. Anyway, like I said, this will be my stream tonight with the Five Nights at Freddy's will be my last live streaming and stuff this week. Anyway, Hopefully I'll see you guys there this evening for that. Like I say it'll be about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll get a link and stuff set up probably sometime late this afternoon. And I'll tweet it out. So watch my Twitter for that. If you haven't subscribed and you would like to subscribe to that channel, I'm going to be doing more gaming content over there. Be just gaming streams, playing real chill type stuff. I'm going to do my very, 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 very extreme best not to like do drama stuff over there. It's just going to be. That's not to say occasionally, we may not talk about something like, something might be on my mind. I talk a little bit about it, but it's not going to be like what we do here on this channel. It's going to be more just chilled, having fun, just, is that thunder? Yeah, it's starting to storm here. But anyway, I got to get out of here. I want to thank you guys all for support, for just being here every morning. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the channel members and stuff. You guys remember to keep your powder dry. Look for me in the funny papers. And if you can't be good at it.